if they're not going to be making it, then Austin normally tries to make it, but I send Austin a message to get on his spot dip or whatever it is. Yeah. So I can see you. Yeah. Found it. Oh. You see you like. Yeah. Well, they did the same with Google Maps. Yeah, but the old version was far easier to use. It's easier to plan routes, it's easier to copy routes, everything. Now they make it nigh on impossible because they put the maximum number of stops you can make and all sorts. Pointless. Right. It's probably me. Oh, right. What's the point in that? Is that? So you sent it to who? Sorry, you sent it to who? Oh, to me. Hang on. Oh, the chat area. I thought you said. Where's the chat area? Gotcha. Hang on. It's disappeared. The chat thing's disappeared now. I clicked it, it disappeared. Yeah, I did. It disappeared. The chat. No, there's nothing. Oh, now you've disappeared. Chat, found chat on the top right. Your picture's disappeared now. Yeah, I can't see you anymore. I can't get chat out or anything.
Hi guys, you right? Yeah,
not good.
So.
I can't see you anymore, and chat's not working.
I can see fine, unfortunately.
I can't see it. Well, chat's not working, Stuart, so I can't pick up that thing. Yeah, I can't.
We've got friends.
Stuart, you sent me that thing on chat. Chat's not working, and I just I keep clicking it, nothing happens. Facebook. Yeah.
Sorry I'm late, by the way. Okay. Is this on? Oh, have I wanted this? Because I'm on my phone, you see, and I'm just browsing through Facebook, so just to see what you said. Shall I just come back? Oh, they can. Yeah, he's not on mine either. Ah, there we go.
Right. Well, I went onto the YouTube thing. Yeah, it just sort of had a black screen with a little thing turning and turning. That's all I saw. And then suddenly Philippe popped up, and then it went again. I've just got a Facebook message from Austin saying his phone is just going round and round in circles trying to connect. So maybe he's trying the wrong link, maybe. Yeah. Right. Well, I could only connect through Google Hangout. Yeah.
I'm through Google Hangout. Right.
They're pissing themselves. But I've just sent the link to Austin, the Google one. I can't remember what it was though. Philippe's fallen down that hole again. You've gone silent. Oh, I can hear that now. And Austin's having trouble connecting as well. Yeah, brilliant, man. Oh, Philippe's back.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Are you going to lead then?
If he can get his technology working.
Yes.
We can do for what it's worth. Hello, is that food?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Yeah. Disappointing, eh? Yeah, of course. Load of rubbish. Eh? And we threw it away with a slow start against Everton and Liverpool, didn't we? Yeah, so I meant we made a slow start. That's why we were outplayed for periods. Oh yeah, it was tongue in cheek that comment. Nah.
Yeah, I think I don't actually think we've hit 100%, which is a good thing. Um, we've got as many points as we have, and we're starting to warm up now. We're starting to play like we know we can, and we've certainly scraped through some games where, again, you know, in worse years we'd have dropped more points, but yeah, it's good that we haven't. We've got through our rocky patch with a lot of points, so yeah, it's very good. I suppose we've got a few tricky games. It's going to it's very early in the season, obviously. You know, we've played a few of our, whereas you can argue Liverpool have played their tough games away so far. So you know, there's a lot of ironing out to go on, and we're in a good place though. But hopefully, come Christmas, we're in a similar place.
Yeah. No. Next question.
Yes, I wouldn't say no to Aguero, but but no, yeah, or a suspension for elbowing someone.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can't start saying is he that level or this level or whatever. He's what he does for the team and how it fits into our system, which counts. And you could arguably, if you take Aguero into our system, would it work as well? We don't know. I'm happy with what we've got with Son for the moment because he seems to have found a rhythm with the team. He seems to understand the system and it's working well now. And he seems to have had an eye. He's got his eye for goal now, which he had in Germany. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
I think it's very good. Yeah, I was saying I think it's quite interesting that Liverpool have played most of their season your out and out striker as well, but I think we've obviously got very similar systems, both at Anfield and at White Hart Lane, and arguably it seems to work a bit better than it has even with Kane having a fourth sort of run around player. I know Kane does a lot of work, anyway, but yeah, it seems to work really well. Liverpool scored a lot of goals, obviously, without that striker, and Son's obviously benefiting from it now as well.
Why should I know his name? I don't follow Belgian football.
Origi, isn't it? And the infamous, the Italian, yeah, Ellie. He's on fire. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. They started off fairly slow
I
under
think
Klopp,
that's
though.
the head of Man United.
Sorry. Hello. We've all gone quiet. Well, why would I be keeping an eye on them? I don't follow Belgian football. I follow Tottenham. so, I've probably been just following them as much as you have. But the only thing I would say is that yeah, whereas they've been playing really well, would they be as good if they didn't have Dyer in front of them or now Wanyama in front of them? Because when you had our previous central defenders, when Dawson was there, etc., they had no one in front of them. They were really exposed. Just a question.
I think they're a superb. Toby's obviously our gaps that we had before, but Jan Tongan has got a great eye as well for spotting issues and dealing with them quickly. And I think although it obviously helps with a good bit of protection in front of them. I don't think that's the be all and end all, because the ball is coming through, the balls are getting played through, and these guys are dealing with it all. We're dealing with set pieces, we're dealing with crosses into the box, which is not just Dyer, but without a doubt it helps having Dyer drop in to effectively have three at the back there. But it is the best I've seen at Spurs probably ever, and without doubt the best in the league.
Right.
I think the closest was Richard Gough and Gary Mabbutt, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. Like, is it?
Turn your hearing aid on.
I can just see. All I can see is the top of his head. Oh yeah. What? No bananas? Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah. If you can hear a word you're saying,
Give us some sign language if you can hear us.
top of your head, because that's all we can see.
Austin, have you clicked a wrong button and ended up here?
God, brilliant. Yeah.
Oh. And he's there from one of them.
Not interested.
Oh my God. I'm going to put the computer off. Hang on a second.
We've got your device on.
I've got my CADS crowd on here.
So the Austin twins are here. Oh, one of them's disappeared.
You lot can fuck.
Well, I'm not sure.
Hello, chaps. Oh, well, I'm all right now. That was a hell of a battle online. I just couldn't get it. I got it on my computer. I couldn't get it on my phone.
We had you picture on the computer, but we couldn't hear you, or I'm sure you couldn't hear us.
But what? Now, as far as I'm concerned, there are two other partnerships in contention. Deal, and the other would have been Graham Roberts and Axie Miller.
Don't.
Gough and Mabbutt had the statistics, though, didn't they?
Hang on a second. Nice sound for a second.
It's all right. We lost him for most of it anyway.
Right, I'm back. Yeah, absolutely. If only we'd had Bungie with that bloody idiot Romanian that we had last year.
Lad,
It is.
The other one was Richard Goff and Gary Mabbott, which only lasted a year, but it was an absolutely superb partnership.
you'll hate
God,
to hear this, but Panith already said that.
They already said that.
Yeah, but it's unfortunately this is Austin backing up Panith. This never happens. Exactly.
That's a
Got
fair
done.
point, but in fairness, we're both foreign from Leicester, and I'm from Carlisle. So I mean, what do you expect? And I have to throw another one into but it's before everyone's time, I suspect, apart from possibly Marcel, but Maurice Norman and Dave Mackay.
Dave Mackay wasn't before me, but Maurice Norman was.
Well, they were there in the double year, and I think because they won the double, they've got to take precedence over everyone else. But I have to say, in my lifetime, for consistency, I haven't seen a partnership. None of the ones that I mentioned that were in competition: Robertson, Miller, Goff and Mabbott, King and Woodgate hardly played together. But I think Jan and Toby are the best two in partnership that we've ever had, certainly since the Maurice Norman days with Mackay.
And if I can extend that, you've got to really give credit to the back four and the goalkeeper. I think this defensive setup is by far the best we've ever had in my lifetime.
Yeah, but I also think the protection you get from someone like Eric Dyer as well, who can drop back, which we haven't had for quite a few years. That helps.
No, we've got a defensive unit. So, I mean, I suppose the question is flawed. Is this the best defensive partnership with two players? Well, yes, I guess it is, but it's because of other things that you've got to take into consideration. And that is the likes of Dyer or Wanyama and the two fullbacks who are actually now playing at a very high level.
Could well be.
Yes. Yeah, I think I was watching
Sorry.
weekend, and he actually commands all the other people in the defence.
Yeah, my concern, Mike, I wouldn't be concerned if Dyer got injured because he got Wanyama. I wouldn't be concerned with Wanyama because we've got Dyer. Jan Vertonghen, he's missed games and we've not had an issue. My big concern is if Toby got an injury. Who would then be our partner that would work?
Yeah. He's only about 19, isn't he?
Well, according to Pochettino, he's ahead of the pecking order from Wimmer.
Yeah. I just think that I just think that if it push came to shove and there was an injury to Toby, that Wim would get the nod for experience.
I think Dyer would drop back.
If both went, yeah.
Well, Dyer dropped back last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gillingham, I think. Was it Gillingham? Yeah, it was. It was. No point.
It
No,
was
you're right. It was.
and Wimmer.
It was, yeah.
But Dyer did drop back for one game. You're right, Austin. I think didn't Jan go off injured?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I can't remember.
I can't remember who it was against though.
What was the European game? Was it European? No, not Monaco. The one in Russia. Right. Where's Stato when you need?
Is he? Oh, right.
Well, you mean the fat taxi driver?
Yeah. Austin, why are you wearing a horseshoe around your neck?
Shut up, Marcel. You know exactly what it is. You're such a wanker when you want to be. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It works on most people, but Austin tends to let his chins fall on it.
You are such a cunt, Brown. You really are.
Yeah. Right.
And
I think it's a bit of both, really. Are they that good? I mean, look what Celtic did to them.
I think Kevin De Bruyne is definitely that good, and I think they've missed him. But one of the key things was we had our two best players missing, arguably, and we didn't really miss them. So I think that's one very strong point to raise, that I think they're more reliant on Aguero and De Bruyne, or how we pronounce it, than we are.
The Kraut.
Hey?
I said the Kraut. No, De Bruyne.
He's Belgian, you dick.
Is he? Well, but hang on. Politically incorrect comment, but isn't everyone else just foreign anyway, now that we're out of the European Union, give or take?
Yeah, well, you're going you Yeah, you do realise you're going to get taxed on this call, don't you, now?
I found it taxing already, even before I got on.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Can I just say,
Go on.
lucky in one game, But when you're lucky in all the games, I think there's more to it than luck. And I think we've been very unlucky with our attacking. We've missed a shed load of, and I don't think we've played as badly as we think we've played. So that when we played City, we were in a situation where we could counter-attack them. We could press them hard. We nullified their attack, which was the only team apart from Liverpool that have attacked us like that all season. Possibly Everton, but I think we were allowed to play the game that we're at, and that's pressing hard and hitting people on the counter.
I think there was a big change this season. We did start off poorly. We weren't playing our normal game, and it was the Monaco game where Poch said he gave a rollicking because they weren't pressing. There was no energy in the team, and one of the things our free cup game, the first free cup game, was the Gillingham game, and I've been to a lot of these ties where we're playing, lower league teams in the cup early on in the League Cup, and you turn up there and our kids come in and they pass the ball around very well, but they're not very penetrative. They scrap a goal or two here and there, but they're not very entertaining games. But our game against Gillingham, we were absolutely unbelievable. It was so entertaining to watch. And you don't normally, 5-0 is normally a bit of a drubbing, but we just all round the pitch, everyone was non-stop. Especially, the two players you've got to pull up there are Ericsson and Lamela, who were just absolutely awesome on that, on that day, and very easy for them.
And Winks and Carroll.
Yeah. Well, those two led the way with the press. Everyone joined in. And and it was so entertaining to watch. So I think that bodes well for us. That normally those sort of games would be a bore fest, but it was great, and that just shows the depth of our squad prepared to play this way.
And the beauty of it is we've just got to do it, haven't we? I think we've proved ourselves that we're good enough to keep up with anyone in this division. Now's the time to just roll up our sleeves and get on with it. Quite capable of taking all 15 points or whatever it is. Quite also capable of taking about one. But I see no reason why we can't just go for maximum points. Yeah. I think the one against Liverpool is going to be. Yeah.
I'm good, thanks. And good evening.
Evening, Andreas.
Excellent. It would be.
Yeah.
I think.
I think payback for a couple of you at least. So the West Brom to start with, and then Leicester would be a good one to get a good healthy win against them. I think for the long term good, we need to get out of that League Cup. Come semi-final stage, it's a horrible tournament to be in when you've got Champions League and other things to worry about. So that's one tournament which I'm prepared to sacrifice now.
Well, hasn't Poch said that he's going to play the kids in the Liverpool game? So the likelihood of progressing, given that they're not in any other tournaments, they'll play a strong team. I think the chances of us beating them are not great. Although if we do, it'll be fantastic testimony to the kids.
Yeah, and if Liverpool do win, there'll be a wank fest in the newspapers about how great Liverpool are, and it'll take the
Correct.
spotlight off us. Yeah.
In fairness to Mill, remain the youngest ever league goal scorer. I didn't know that. In fairness
Well
to Milner, he's not a bad player. He's just not exciting.
I like James Milner, to be honest. Do you get a delay on me? Can't you hear me?
We're ignoring you.
It's a bit. Yeah.
Sounds like a Dalek, but
Lemonade? There is a bit of delay going on because I get what's a second after I've said something.
yeah, I think Andreas, it might be an idea if you saved bandwidth and turned off the video. If that would do us all a favour.
So many favours. I've just turned off the video and not turned off your video. I good.
Is that better now? Try talking now.
Well, hello.
Well, we hear you clearer now.
Yes, it's still a bit of a delay, but it should be fine. I could probably go on just a second. I'll try something else. Yeah, should be all right.
Right. Lou.
that is the markings of a successful podcast, isn't it? So is the sound better now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, because I've gone on the Wi-Fi and now I'm just my data plan. Son.
I think Son stepping in and scoring all those goals.
Can't disagree with that.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact is that his step up from last season is just amazing.
Yeah. I think Son's the easy one, and to be honest, you've really got to say that is, quite a big one. But then the other thing is, I personally feel our other new signings, have settled in so well, namely Sissoko and Wanyama. I think they've both settled in as if they've already been here for a year, which, although they've had Premier League experience, it's refreshing to see players hit the road, right from the off.
All right, I'm going to be controversial. Walker. I think Walker like an immense player for the last few games. He looks athletic. He hasn't made any mistakes. He's contributed to an energy to the side. and he just looks like an absolutely top quality fullback. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barry Mead might have been on, but he's not. So I can say Walker without worrying.
That,
Defenders, full stop. Well, up to the last 2 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the other thing, apart from Son, that has been impressed me is tactically that our high pressing seems to have worked, and that working on the high pressing and training seems to have paid off as well. In the other end, like we're more able to get out of tight situations now than we've been the past few seasons. Getting the high pressure, I saw someone shared a stat in the group that said we have kept every single team we've met below their average percentage.
Yes.
And that is all down to our high pressing, and watching the players play out of the high press against Manchester City was absolutely amazing, because it was so fast, it was so goal oriented and direct. It was watch.
He couldn't even resist it in England training with Eric Dyer walked by. Did you see that? Yeah. No. That's it. My major worry is that Austin started to agree with Panit.
That's web. me and Panita like Delhi and Derek Dyer.
Yeah, both from up north, I suppose. Yeah.
Mm. Well, the thing that's worrying me the most is a history of being a Spurs fan. I know most of you are older than me and had more experience with Spurs being Spurs. But yeah, the thing that's worrying me
Bloody
is
hell!
just
Andy Kapelov's just joined us.
Hey!
My God. What?
While the cat's away, the mice will play.
He's wearing a bloody halo.
As if being interrogated.
My wife just headed out to get her hair done, so I'm having my fun.
Life on the edge, Andy.
There's no question
We're
of
not
you getting your
everyone
hair done,
talking
is
at
there?
once. Was
I said, Andy, there's no chance of you getting your hair done, is there?
yeah, no, no. It's no. I saw that it was a mess. I threw some water on it, and this is what you're stuck with.
I just hope his wife. I just hope his wife doesn't go to the same hairdresser.
No, she actually goes to a hairdresser. I haven't been. I don't know how long. Anyone. So what are we going to do here when there's no more Google Hangouts? They're ending soon. That's what. Yeah, that's it.
They've fallen
Happy
asleep.
to see everyone, even if there are only a few here.
Yeah.
I think there were more the other one I was on, but a couple of people didn't make it there. So I think that Andreas was on for about 2 minutes and had to drop off. Definitely.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, I mean, I think no one else was here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I watched that podcast and then just added in statistics like writing into the show. It's really fun.
Aya played at the back.
So what was everyone talking about?
Well, we're actually talking about Andy.
What's
What's worried?
most worried about?
What we're most worried about? And then you turned up.
Oh. Can you see that, by the way? Can anyone see that?
Yeah.
That's my view from my living room.
Very good.
Not bad. The living room itself is a tip. I'm trying to avoid showing you that. What's my biggest worry about Spurs? It's tough to come up with one right now. I've been through so many years of virtually nothing, of either worry or just having given up and wait until next year or next decade or whatever, that I honestly can't remember times as good as this since I was too young to appreciate them. Yeah.
My worry would
What are the worries?
That Spurs are going to be Spurs.
That would be a bad thing.
Yeah. But
yeah, we could afford to lose them for long. But we're covered. We've got people. We've got good cover in just about every position. You know, if Sod's lost, you're going to have a situation where 2 or 3 people in the same position go out at once, even if they're the only injuries you've got at the time. And you know, then we'll take our chances. I think that we've got 2 or 3 people, at least 3 people actually, who can step in at centre back. We've got our full backs. We've got kids to back up the full backs. I'm sure that Poch has his contingencies going on for if someone has to drop into left back middle of a match because there's no sub. I'm sure they do this in training. He's got people. I'm very, very confident that he's got the situation covered. If there's one area the more concerned than any one player going out, it's if the manager goes. But I don't see that happening soon.
No, I think that's a good point. To be honest, we're talking about if someone breaks a leg, if somebody gets injured, what cover we got. But that's not that can happen to any team at any time. But as for actual worry with how we stand today, I'm struggling to think of something.
All right, I'll give you something. I'll give you something to worry about.
I think
I'm going to make a prediction now. I think we're going to win the championship this year. I think that what Puneet said last year, we're going to do it this year. And my worry is that I'm wrong. I think we're in a very, very good chance of doing it this year.
We are. We are. I mean, we showed on Sunday that on our day, there's not going to be a team that can live with us. The only question is, do we raise our game when the opposition isn't that good? Do we get through the packed defences? Someone, you know, a shit team comes to us, packs their defence, gets a breakaway, and something goes their way, and they take the lead, and then they've got 10 men behind the ball the rest of the match. Do we break through? I actually think that we're not going to lose those matches this year.
Given that we've only conceded 3 goals, the chances of a shit team coming and scoring against us aren't very high.
Well, Liverpool did it.
Hey.
Okay,
that's
I'm
the thing
sure
with
that,
the,
I'm sure
the high
that
pressing
people have
is
asked
that
Panit before.
even counter-attacking teams.
Panit, why? Oh, we could be vulnerable to very, very fast counter-attack, but you know we've had some of them, and we've not let in more than 1 goal. Panit, why do you hate Liverpool so much? What's the deal here?
I don't in particularly. It's not just ball. There's a lot of teams I hate Arsenal. Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
I could die of old age.
Of fans, and you know, I suppose it's mostly down to Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you're going to hate teams because of fans, then you know West Ham are way ahead of Liverpool, surely.
Yeah, I hate West Ham.
And Chelsea.
I'm loving this season. Double whammy having West Ham collapse down the bottom of the table. It's great.
Come to think of it, Panit doesn't even like his next door neighbour.
Panit doesn't like me, and I'm his friend.
Harsh.
Didn't. Yeah. Is that why you've got a smile on your face, Stu?
Okay, one worry. We're playing our Champions League games at Wembley. Will we be able to win them?
Yes.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Get yourself down to it. It was unbelievable.
But we lost.
But you've got to get yourself. We won't lose next time. It was unbelievable. 85 Spurs fans. It was unbelievable.
We'll win the next game because I'm bringing the Belgians over for the Labour Day.
Oh, good.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. My cousin Barry made a.
You're stunned. You'll be stunned. And you know what? I think there was an element of that with the fans as well, that it was just a surreal, you know, experience and a surreal moment to see so many Spurs fans there. And I think next time it's not going to be that, you know, as novel, and we'll all enjoy it a bit more, and hopefully we'll score first. And
do you think that affected the players?
I do think so. I think there was, you know, it was. I think our team hadn't got going this season up until then anyway. They've got a rollicking, and I think now it's going to be very different. And I think you know, they're going to want to win in front of 85,000 Spurs. 2 more games sold out though. I put it on the chat. It's just, you know, bravo Spurs fans, unbelievable.
Did any one of you read my cousin Barry's post on his thoughts on that match? It was very good.
I can't remember.
No family bias, but I think that he hit the nail on the head more concisely than anything I read anywhere about it. His point.
His post was a very good post.
Along the lines of what? Pardon?
I said his post was a very good post.
It was. Much along the lines of what Panit said. He said that he's been to FA Cup finals. He's never been in an atmosphere like that, where because there've never been that many Spurs fans at any match. And he thinks that with all of these young players, they were just overawed when it all began. Completely, they had no idea that was going to greet them, and it just had a serious effect on them initially. And you know, by the time they settled down, it was already too late. It always happens at Wembley. Yeah.
Happened with Monaco as well. Monaco raised their game in a big way. And that's going to happen. That is going to happen in the other games as well. But I think they'll meet a different Spurs. You know, Bayern Leverkusen's a tough game anyway. But you know, I think they'll meet a very different Spurs. And it was great. All I can say is, any which way it goes, it's unbelievable.
What's so interesting up there, Oz?
Sorry?
What's so interesting up there?
Hang on.
Okay.
So Austin's sharing a bit of pussy on his bed, eh?
Wasn't on the bed, but never mind. Sick people.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I miss my regular stat check.
yeah, you'll have to maybe do a few test runs with the software.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for sorting it out, Stuart.
Cheers, all.
cheers. Cheers.
All right.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
See you later.
See you all even 20 for
Yeah.
10 minutes. Cheers.
All right,
Yeah.
mate. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.